that's true.
Absolutely.
And that's, you know, that warms my heart, particularly as a black man.
There's a tape about as big as the top of this podium that looks like an overgrown 8-track that the album is cut on, and it's placed in a machine that produces and presses the records and the 8-tracks and cassettes that you buy. After it's been recorded, it's taken in. This is why a master's cut months in advance before it's released. On the full moon, it's taken in to a temple room about the size of this auditorium that is in every one of the major music companies, behind locked doors up in the executive office. And it's placed on an altar, setting in the north of the room, and a pentagram engraved in the floor. And 13 hand-chosen witches and wizards and a coven come in and conjure a principality or a power up, usually Regia or something like that, and order him to tell the demons under him to follow every record and every tape coming off of that master. As I tell many Christian parents, you can go home and count your kids' records, probably yours too, and count how many demons at least are there.
Jimmy on the beat, boy.
Let's get high, yeah, you know I'm about to roll. Whiskey, please, yeah, you know I gotta pull. Let's live life, live once, I'm about to turn up. Get fly, oh for sure, it's about to go up. Let's get high, yeah, you know I'm about to roll. Whiskey, please, yeah, you know I gotta pull. Let's live life, live once, I'm about to turn up. Get fly, oh for sure, it's about to go up. Roll my blunt and pass my life.
Family, we are back. Thank y'all for being here. It does mean a lot. Thanks for tapping in and interacting with the channel. Real talk. You guys participate and let me know where you're tapping in from, and if you made it to the end of the video, and you let me know what time you received the notification. And you can see the channel adjusting and the numbers reflect we're getting it back together. Thank you guys so much. You guys keep being here. I'll keep putting out content. Make sure you guys treat the people that you love right. Treat them right, y'all. Time isn't guaranteed, and people leave every day, period. Don't take advantage of a person that really treats you well, that listens to you, that's sympathetic towards whatever you're going through or whatever. Check on your people, y'all. We are going to review and react to a few clips. Joan Rivers, and then we got some just some general music stuff. Did y'all hear at the beginning of the video, dude spoke about the masters and how they prep the masters. I'm not sure how long ago that was or who that person is. That was deep. Now, as far as the first clip in the intro, the context of that, I want to hear what she said after that as a man thing, because I could see that she was going to say some more stuff. But let me stop yapping. Let's get to the content.
It was taken months after Joan Rivers' passing you be the judge.
Seriously, I cannot walk down the stairs. You go.
Can I help you here?
It's very deep.
Not a problem. Hey, Clyde, I must ask, have you spoken with Bobby Whitney's family at all? Clyde? Any words for her family? You have a wonderful night. You don't want to talk about it? Huh? You don't want to talk about it?
I'm not gonna lie, that looked like her. That looked just like her. We know how she does a lot of work on her face and things like that. But one thing we also know is that this woman was not a fool. Not at all. I seen a lot of people talking about the surgery. There was some skepticism around that, surrounding that issue. And there's like a 9-minute video where a girl did a deep dive, but I didn't want to put it on here. It was too much to break down. A lot of medical terms and things like that. But that is interesting. This next clip, though, is gonna really break down, like in acute detail, why they think this is Joan Rivers. But this video was allegedly taken months after the surgery. Allegedly. Heavy on the alleged. Y'all get it. Anyways, let's get to the content.
Hey, Clive, I must ask, have you spoken with Bobby Whitney's family at all? Clive? Any words for her family? You have a wonderful night.
You want to talk about it?
Huh?
You want to talk about it?
Seriously, I cannot walk down the stairs. You go.
Can I help you here?
But you know, it'd be nice if tonight I died on your show, because they would get to see a show and a death for the rest of your lives, audience. You would go to dinner parties, they'd say, you were there?
Seriously, I cannot walk down the stairs. You go.
Can I help you here?
But you know, it'd be nice if tonight I died on your show, because they would get to see a show.
Seriously, I cannot walk down the stairs. You go.
Can I help you here?
She has to have a twin or a sister that might be almost strikingly similar to her, if that wasn't her. Somebody in the comments said that Clive and Joan was cousins. I don't know about the credibility on that statement, but this right here showed that it could allegedly be her. I wouldn't be surprised if there was something that with this situation where she went in for this but just walked away. She got the money, had the money or whatever. Not trying to be funny whatsoever, but the reason why I say that, there was a clip and it was from The Simpsons. If you know, you know. But it was supposed to be Joan Rivers walking out of a surgery room. Like, all seriousness. So I could see she knew who she was playing with, and she knew the games that they allegedly play, period. What I liked about her is that she wasn't scared. She voiced her opinion, whether if it was right or wrong, we don't know, but she voiced her opinion. Some people think that opinion was so strong that it got her checked on. Wink, wink. Let's get to the next clip.
Rivers was, and I'm going to tell you that story. So I don't have permission to tell the story, but I'm going to tell you the story. I'm not going to say who it was, except she's somebody I mention on here all the time. Anyway, she doesn't work as a psychic, but she's really a very good psychic. Anyway, when Joan Rivers died, Joan Rivers went to her because she was open and told her she was, like, that day. She said, Joan Rivers showed up and told her, and it was funny because we were having a conversation and she says, no, Joan Rivers told the truth. And you can say, Joan Rivers had a big mouth. So you like the lies? You like the lies that are out there. I don't like lies. So Joan Rivers told my friend she said within an hour of Joan Rivers, right, that my friend heard her say, you've got to stop saying I look like Joan Rivers. If you met Joan Rivers, you can see the plastic surgery. I have never touched my face. I have no Botox. Nothing is in my face. I did do like powder brows and I pierced my nose. That's it. I do not touch my face. When you compliment somebody and you say they look like a person who looks like Michael Jackson and kind of deformed, right? Because they have too much plastic surgery.
Now, this might make a lot of people kind of mad, but I got mixed feelings about Sloan Bella. I'm entitled to that. But I do go to her channel or outlets to see her opinion or what the universe has told her about certain situations. This situation here, I do think it was kind of cut and dry for tinfoil people. Wink, wink. I really do. I think it was cut and dry because it's the timing for me. You got to really put the timing into aspect. Like, you got to put that into play and really think about the actions throughout that period, from when things were done or said to when certain things were in action or had taken action. Yeah, make that make sense.
These are not just eerie warnings for our lives, but we are being warned that they are watching us, and if we don't do something now, we won't survive to the next year. People were terrified after Kendrick Lamar's haunting halftime performance left the crowd in complete shock, with many saying that it's not just a demonic warning, but a horrifying prediction of what America will become, with it already coming true, and none of us will be able to escape this new era. Images showed the hailing of the Freemason to symbolize how America is in trouble and needs to prepare for the worst, with flashing clips also showing the hangman referenced in tarot cards to say Americans are about to be cursed with lots of death. The performance ends with the terrifying phrases "game over" and "warning wrong way" flashed right at where Trump is sitting.
And of course they had to flash one of their favorite signs and their symbols, but they sure do love their pyramids. Even Samuel L. Jackson had to flash a certain hand sign. This has to do with the 666.
What do you think this means?
I ain't gonna hold you, y'all. A lot of people say that that Super Bowl halftime performance is a whole writ in itself. A lot of people say that, but you got to think about how it's promoted and projected. It's one of the most viewed television events that goes on annually. One of the most viewed. That Kendrick show, it opened up my eyes and mind to a lot of stuff. Even the symbolism from the dude, the people like this, the dude on the light pole, and what these things really mean and how far back the symbols really go. Last year's or this year's Super Bowl, Bad Bunny, I felt like that was a mockery. For real. Like almost a slap in the face. You got to think about the time, the timing, what's going on. Now, they have Vanilla Ice rolling around, wink, wink, Vanilla Ice. And they chose to do a halftime show with a lot of the people that are kind of not too fond of Vanilla Ice. And on another station, they had a whole different show. It felt like a slap in the face. It felt like a numbers grab, but it felt like a message with a really dark undertone to it. Keep an eye on Super Bowl, allegedly.
We have to expose it. Watch Madonna. She's doing a ritual right there on stage. People are there just watching. Right in front of them. And they're cheering. That's what Madonna just did and many others are doing. You may have thought you just went to a concert, it's just innocent music, and then this happened.
That's why you need to be careful what music you listen to. Rick Joyner said he was in a vision. The Lord told him, he said in the last days, he said the enemy will bring up singers and other musicians. He said, and they will baptize millions of people into the demonic in one moment. Whoever you accept, you get what's on them.
Whoever you accept, you get what's on them. Jeez. Madonna. I remember being a really little boy, and this is how fascinated or how long my fascination goes with cameras and production. Two of my favorite videos was Michael Jackson and Madonna. From Michael Jackson, it was I want to say it was Billie Jean, where they had the tiger. Then he would step on the sidewalk and it would light up and stuff. Wink, wink. But the Madonna video, Just Like a Prayer. At a young age, I was very confused about the song. I was confused about the symbolism, why that statue cried, and most of all, why she had a black choir. Then I get of age and I'm seeing that Madonna was almost like a rite of passage to a lot of melanated brothers at certain points in their careers. Allegedly. I could provide the receipts, but I'm not going to go into it. If you know, you know. And then there was a time where she was on stage at an award show with another lady, and they shared a moment. Wink, wink. Madonna, a lot of people say she's high priestess. I could see that. Her doing that ritual right on stage in the middle of a pentagram, it doesn't surprise me. Look up Madonna's dating history. Look up her boyfriend now. She's about 86,000 years old and he's like 30. Yeah, I digress. If you made it, say I made it. Thanks for being here. Let me know where you're tapping in from and let me know what time you got this notification. I'm out. Peace.